Portland be the 18th team in Major League Soccer.
It's the City of Portland's championship.
It is great to be home.
Sports Sunday with Orlando Sanchez, sponsored by 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
What is good, everyone? Welcome to Sports Sunday. My name is Orlando, alongside the one and only Art Edwards.
Oh, yeah.
How you feeling this Sunday?
Oh, man, good, because the NFL is back.
Let's go. And we are back in prime time, and that requires two big words.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. We appreciate you watching. We all love doing this show. We can't wait to talk some football with you. Plus, we'll hear from Blazers rookie Scoot Henderson, and Art will put on his lawyer hat and try to explain what's going on in the Pac-12. Fresh off a record-breaking 81-point performance, the 13th-ranked Oregon Ducks were put to the test in Week 2, moving up in weight class to take on Texas Tech. All week long, we heard Lubbock is a tough place to play. Did you know they launched tortillas on the field? Seriously, it happened. One of the top storylines, though, former Duck Tyler Shuck, now the QB at Texas Tech, you know he wanted to beat his old team. He was able to run and throw on them. Shuck had a total of 4 touchdowns. The Ducks countered with a steady dose of Bo Nix. Bodacious! With a couple of TDs, including a bomb to Troy Franklin. He also connected with Tez Johnson. Great story there. That's Nix's adopted brother. Really special moment to see them score. However, the offense disappeared. Scoreless in the third, while Texas Tech went up by as much as 9. Upset alert written all over it. But the Ducks defense stepped up, pressuring Shuck and outscoring the Red Raiders 20-3 in the fourth quarter. Check out Coach. He was fired up, man.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Bassa capped off the rally with a pick 6. The Ducks forced a total of 4 turnovers. Shuck threw 3 interceptions, and Oregon survives, winning 38-30. They're now 2-0 on the season.
There's some issues walking in. Our team's excited to go fix issues, right? Some stuff that happened, but that being said, really tough environment to go play in, right? A lot of teams would have lost their cool when things weren't going well, and our guys kept their composure throughout the game. They were calm and composed. They had a plan for adversity, and they went out there and executed when it mattered.
All right, Art, what's your big takeaway from the Ducks' performance here?
Well, you know, before the season, I was concerned about the defense, and I'm still concerned some about the defense. You know, I know they forced turnovers, but they gave up those points. The other thing is mistakes.
Yeah.
Lots of penalties, over 100 yards in penalties.
Unacceptable, and I'm sure that's something that Coach Lanning and company are going to work on, but I do agree with you that you want to see them clean those things up. Game 2, you're not going to apologize for getting a win, but those things have to be corrected.
Yes, they do.
How concerned are you when you see what the Ducks did versus what some of the other top-tier Pac-12 teams did this week?
Yeah, a little bit concerned. I mean, I think they kind of fell a notch, you know, compared to some of the other top teams in the Pac-12. You know, they have time to get it back, and they'll probably be fine. But for 1 week, a little down.
Well, next up, they'll take on Hawaii at Autzen Stadium, where they are heavy favorites. All right, let's blow up this segment with 200 pounds of explosives. Back in January of 2022, the west side of Reser Stadium came crashing down. The $161 million remodel is complete, and there was a party in Corvallis. The vibe's immaculate for Oregon State's home opener. Beaver Nation, first chance to check out the new digs. A sellout crowd on hand to watch 16th-ranked Oregon State beat down UC Davis. Damian Martinez scored the first time he touched the ball, hitting the century mark on just 7 carries, while quarterback DJ Uiagalelei was responsible for 3 TDs in one half of work. Silas Bolden provided the highlight of the night, a 65-yard punt return. Took up the whole field, basically, man. The Beavs reeled off 55 straight points, 450 yards of offense, and the Beavers roll, winning 55-7 in front of 37,000 fans. Oregon State now 2-0 on the season. So, Art, What do you take away from a game like this?
Well, that Oregon State did what they were supposed to do, and they didn't have any trouble doing it. So that's the good thing. And I don't think anybody got hurt.
Take care of business.
That's right.
You win big.
Stay
Move
healthy.
on to the next one. So, Art, you were there at Research Stadium. What did you think of the new digs, man?
Man, that place is fantastic. It is so much fun, to see what they've done with the west side of the stadium. You can see right there, that's that's the walkway over there that everybody's so excited about. And it's cool because you can get your food and still see the game. I thought it was fantastic.
Everybody's giving you a hard time because you're hanging out down there. I'm doing all the work here.
Exactly.
Art didn't even bring me back a burger from over there.
Sorry about that.
Concession stands, pretty legit.
Pretty legit.
Upgrade?
Yes, definite upgrade.
Art is co-signing on the digs.
Oh, yeah.
Beavers, they're moving ahead to San Diego State at Research Stadium next week. They are 21.5-point favorites. All right, Art, the Conference of Champions off to a historic start to the season. 8 teams in the AP Top 25. That has never happened before.
Wow.
How about them Cougs? Now ranked 23rd after upsetting then number 19 Wisconsin 31-22. And shout out to Vancouver's Lincoln Victor scoring a touchdown, like he used to do at Union High School.
That's right.
The 8th ranked Washington Huskies cruise past Tulsa 43-10, while 12th ranked Utah beats Baylor 2013 in Waco. Meanwhile, in Boulder, Coach Prime and the 18th ranked Colorado Buffaloes hammer Nebraska 36-14. 8 teams in the conference remain undefeated this season. So, the farewell tour, pretty successful so far.
Yeah.
What stood out to you, Art?
Well, the fact that the Pac-12 teams are winning so many games and they're winning by huge margins. I know they're playing teams that they should be able to beat, but in past years that hasn't always been the case.
What'd you think of Colorado? You a believer in them?
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Dion was talking to you in those press conferences.
Yeah, he was.
Is that Art Edwards? You ain't believe in me.
Right. Not yet.
Cool.
Wait till they play a Pac-12 team.
You heard the man.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be spicy, though.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You know what? Last week we told you that lawyers are going to be getting involved in the Pac-12 affair. Well, it is happening. Oregon State, Washington State, they're taking the conference to court. A hearing is set for tomorrow in Colfax, Washington. At issue, who gets to vote on the future of the conference? Commissioner George Kliavkoff has scheduled a board of directors meeting for this week with representatives from all 12 schools present. Now, speculation is that there could be a vote to officially dissolve the conference and then split up its assets. That's millions of dollars. OSU and WSU, they want a judge to stop that meeting. The schools claim they are the only ones who get to vote on such matters. According to Pac-12 bylaws, once a school announces that they have plans to leave the conference, they give up their voting rights. In fact, USC and UCLA have not been allowed to vote since they announced plans to move to the Big Ten last summer. Analysts say that if the Beavs and the Cougs can control the assets of the Pac-12, they'll be in a much better position to be able to attract new schools and rebuild the conference. If not, they can split up the money and use it as they move to a different conference.
The saga continues.
Oh, yeah.
Breakups are never easy,
Never
man.
easy.
Especially when it comes to conferences.
Yeah.
All right, we got much more Sports Sunday still to come. I get to talk one-on-one with Blazers rookie Scoot Henderson. He tells us all about his goals for his first season, his time in Rip City so far, and his first community project. Plus, the Seahawks have won 4 straight season openers. They go for 5 in a row and kick off the season with a division rival. And welcome back. Both the Seahawks and Rams were surprises last season. The Seahawks made the playoffs and the Rams, well, they didn't. So it only makes sense we'd get another surprise to kick off the 2023 season. Bobby Wagner back in the house for the Seahawks, taking on the Rams, who were supposedly rebuilding.
Yeah.
Geno Smith in Seattle, not bad in the first half. Here he is, hooking up with DK Metcalf for the 10-yard TD. But he only managed 112 yards passing for the entire game. Still, the Seahawks led 13-7. And oh man, did the wheels come off for Seattle in the second half. Kyron Williams into the crib. And listen to this. The Seahawks only managed to gain 12 yards in the entire second half. Adding salt to the wound, both their starting tackles left with injuries. And then you have on the other side Matthew Stafford throwing for 334 yards, and over 100 to rookie Paku Nakua. The Rams win 30-13. Worst home loss for Seattle since LA beat them 42-7 back in 2017. Pete Carroll called it a frustrating start. It won't get any easier either for Seattle because they travel to Detroit to face the Lions on Sunday. So Art, are you surprised by this?
I am. I didn't see them being so inept on offense, especially in this first game. I thought the offense would be fine.
So what is your level of concern?
Yeah. You know what? Maybe not too high because it was the first game of the season, but I am concerned because they have to play a Detroit team that is so fired up and going to be fired up after beating Kansas City.
Throw the tape away and move on because that was ugly.
It was.
All right, it is time to make our weekly trip around the NFL. Big wins and shocking defeats rule the day. We'll start in the Steel City. The Steelers hosting Art's 49ers. San Francisco dominated. Brandon Ayuk caught 2 touchdown passes from Brock Purdy, and the Niners were on top 20-0 before Pittsburgh got on the board. Christian McCaffrey here, just ridiculous. 65-yard touchdown run, do it in video game mode. 151 yards rushing, San Francisco wins 30-7.
All right, let's take a short trip north and west to Cleveland. It is the Battle of Ohio, the Browns playing host to in-state rival Cincinnati. This was the surprise of the day. Deshaun Watson, the best quarterback on the field.
What?
He ran for a touchdown in the first half, and he threw a fourth quarter touchdown pass to lead the Browns to a 24-3 win over the Bengals. Joe Burrow just signed that big contract, had a career worst 82 yards passing in the game.
He let me down, but we're not going to talk about my fantasy team.
Nah.
We move into the Windy City. Bears and Packers. A new look at quarterback for Green Bay. Jordan Love looked like he might be ready to follow the giant footsteps of Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. Love is just the 3rd player to start at quarterback for Green Bay in the last 31 years. Now he's QB1, and all he did was throw 3 touchdown passes in the Packers' 38-20 win over the Bears. Tonight, we want to pass along our thoughts and condolences to the Milwaukee High School family. Assistant football coach Roland Aumuller died Friday night after the Mustangs win over Park Rose. Coach Aum, as he was known, spent 34 years working with athletes at Milwaukee High School, coaching with the football and track programs. Social media has been flooded with stories of how he impacted the lives of so many. This was the scene just a little while ago. A big crowd on hand for candlelight vigil outside Milwaukee High School. Coach Aum will be missed.
But that's intercepted by Bravo. The Timbers can come again now. And a touch by Evander. This is great football, and it's come all the way through for a brilliant finish by Claudio Bravo. And Portland do have their second.
Providence Park rocking on a Saturday night. The Portland Timbers shut out defending champion LAFC 2-0. A much-needed victory in Soccer City, USA. Portland still alive in the playoff hunt. 1 point below the playoff line with 6 matches to go in the regular season. That's your Toyota Sunday Sizzle.
Trailblazers point guard Scoot Henderson is settling into his new home in the Rose City. And it didn't take long for him to start giving back at his first community event at Indochino in downtown Portland. From basketball to family to Scoot Suits, get to know Rip City's new rookie.
You only have one shot.
Wow, a lot of oohs and ahs for Scoot Henderson
to make a first impression.
How about Henderson?
That first taste of the NBA.
Being on that floor, being on that stage, everybody eyes on you.
Scoot Henderson is living the dream.
You prepare for that moment your whole life almost.
The 19-year-old from Marietta, Georgia, is feeling the love in Rip City.
Living here is pretty dope. All the people show love and support, man. It's like, the best fans. I see why they say that.
A couple months into his move to Portland, and Henderson is helping others.
One thing that motivates me to just get back, this is my second home.
Providing custom suits to local teens and young adults with big dreams.
Is there a color that speaks to you in that way?
Actually, I love this one.
With the pump purple, the velvet.
This is fire.
I chose, make an impression, go flashy.
It is a lot of options, though.
Scoot Suits.
Sometimes you just need a little help. You need a little push, an extra push. And, you know, that's what we're here for, and that's what I'm kind of programmed to do, is to give back and help others and kind of uplift people.
Inspiring the next generation.
We all are coming from different backgrounds, different ideas, different goals in life.
Every time you put it on, you think about this cool experience that you have.
An initiative built on his motto, overly determined to dominate. His sister China is proud of her little brother, taking care of others.
Just the type of person he is, I'm not shocked. He's always, even though he's younger, he's always the first to share, always the first to have your back.
The Portland Trailblazers select Scoot Henderson.
Scoot's suit on draft night was designed by his sister.
I was just amazed by the work she put on that jacket, bro, honestly.
Fashion is a passion. Dress to impress. Family the inspiration. Birthstones on his coat, representing each member of the family. Scoot has 6 siblings.
My family means everything to me. With the support of them, I feel like I could do whatever.
And he's ready to be a trailblazer.
Some of my goals this offseason is just to stay in shape, you know, just to build that relationship with my teammates, especially during training camp, just to show that I work hard, show that that's never going to go away either. And then for the season, just to win the Rookie of the Year and just to have a positive season.
Henderson joins a team facing the end of an era, a trade request involving Damian Lillard.
Any situation that happens, it's not going to change our relationship. So if I do need somebody to, you know, big bro or whatever, I'll still, you know, hit him and be like, what's up?
And he has, helping Henderson battle through a shooting slump long before he was drafted 3rd overall.
He just said, don't worry about the last shot, it's the next shot. Like, you do this for a reason. Like, you're here for a reason. So that's stuck with me forever.
One of many lessons he's learned along the way. He remembers meeting Celtics star Jaylen Brown when he was 16 years old.
He sat there and talked to me, and man, I was really inspired. And at that point, I think that really just boosted my confidence in showing, like, yeah, I could do this.
Motivating Henderson to pay it forward.
That was very huge, and I think to just me being in this position now, just to help in a different field and a different, you know, location or whatever, I think it's still positive.
Such a warm personality.
Yes.
He makes you feel comfortable and you want to be around him and learn more about him.
Doesn't seem like a 19-year-old.
Absolutely not. And I know Rip City is excited to see him ball out in his rookie year. Much more Sports Sunday still ahead.
Welcome back. Novak Djokovic is the champion of the U.S. Open. He beat Daniil Medvedev in straight sets to win his 24th Grand Slam singles title. That's one ahead of Serena Williams. He is the first player to win 24 in the Open era. Margaret Court also has 24 Grand Slam singles titles, but 13 of those came before the pros were allowed to play in the Slam.
Are you ready to call him the GOAT?
No.
Okay. I go to you with all tennis.
Not quite yet.
Sabrina Ionescu, speaking of GOATs, now holds the single-season three-point record in the WNBA. The Liberty guard there gets it done with this shot. Oh, did she call glass? I know the bank is open for her on that shot. She is now up to 128 threes for the season.
I don't think she called that one.
No, I don't think so either. But hey, the record's the record. You can't take that away from her.
It works.
Sabrina doing big things. And we are back in prime time. Thank you so much again for rocking with Art Edwards and myself. Good night, everyone.